Hey, it's your boy Chango coming at you with another video. This video is George Lopez thought Bobby Lee was joking about this. Brought to you by TigerBellyClips. Alright, so I have hardly ever done George Lopez. I did a few videos earlier in my YouTube career. And but growing up, I was a big fan of George Lopez. I mean, I'm a Latino, I'm Mexican, right? So just bear with me. I saw Bobby Lee thought he was joking about this. Sounds like right up my alley. Let's go.
The only thing I won't do is corporate gigs.
Yeah.
Because I don't like people telling me what not to say.
Right.
But anything else, I say yes. I mean, I'm confident in that way. I feel like I have a big following, and I feel like, and my fans are so fun, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, I feel very blessed. So I know I have confidence.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you excited after you get your hour out to rebuild an hour, or does that give you anxiety?
I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break after that.
How long does it take you to write the hour?
This hour took 25 years.
First.
Yeah. George.
This is your first special?
I've never done a special before.
Oh,
Yeah.
where is it? I want to go.
Yeah. I've never done one before, so it's like this is the first time where a company went, here's the money that I thought I deserved, right? And there was like, and the excitement, you know what I mean? You know, the other companies, they were always like, well, pitch it to us, or you know what I mean? We have to come see you run it 10 times or whatever like
Right.
that. But this company was like, we don't even have to see it. We want to do it. Let's fucking do
Yeah.
it. So that's why I'm doing
you
it. So I'm a
go.
little nervous, but
Oh, I saw you're on every like billboard, every bus stop and all that stuff. The Hulu. You're on the Hulu?
no, I'm not on the Hulu. That's Frankie Quinones. Anyway, yeah, next year I will be with Sebastian's on my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maniscalco. So I don't know, dude. I'm going to shoot it in San Diego. It's going to be at the Balboa Theater, January 23rd and 24th. And, you know, I'm going to be ready. And then we'll see what happens.
Listen, motherfucker, if you're not ready by January 23rd,
Yeah.
I'll fucking come and fucking take you and nobody will ever see you again.
Yeah, but because I'm getting paranoid of like, is this cool? Or, you know what I mean? I'm just going to put everything that gets a laugh. Because sometimes I think like, you know, I get influenced by hipsters, like your type.
My type.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The East Side, you know what I mean? The skinny jeans, you know what I mean? The handlebar mustache, you know what I mean? And they're like, you know what I mean?
I love that you're talking about hipsters from like 2006.
No, what I'm saying,
Those
I'm
motherfuckers.
saying, you know, comics that talk about Kierkegaard or like Rachmaninoff, you know what I mean? These references, right? And I'm like, I want to be cool too, but I talk about like my ding dong and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my anus and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I think to myself that it's low brow, but they get big laughs. So I'm just gonna do what feels like it's gonna get a
Right.
laugh, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
What?
That is cool.
Yeah. I might do a musical number at the end.
So you never been offered a special before? Or never pursued one?
Well, what happened one time, and I don't know if this is really, I'll just name it. A couple years ago, all my fans were like, where's your special? So I thought, you know, let me see, try to get a deal. So we reached out to the biggest one, and they go, we don't know. We'll give him a 15-minute one.
Oh.
Right? And after they said that, I was like, oh, no one wants one. You know what I mean? Until like, and then,
You don't say names?
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever that
Yeah.
publicist said. Yeah. So I just, you know, when this Hulu came, I was like, that's the right amount of enthusiasm because I think that I'm a part of, you know what I mean, the comedy community. Also, I have a voice that's different. I do comedy that's different. And I've paid my dues, man. I got Mad TV in 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been doing
great there.
Yeah, I was just doing everything. I've done everything, man. It's like, just give me something, you know what I mean? And so they're going to do it.
Fucking 25 years ago, man.
I know.
He said 2000. I was like, fucking 25 years.
It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Fast.
Yeah, and I feel I'm so glad that I found a new audience. It makes me feel like I have some relevancy still. You know?
No, but this is like if you saw somebody do sets or you became a fan of theirs from television, and then they see you here, it's more personal here.
Yeah.
Than it is on TV. Like you get a following. Oh, they really like him on TV because he's funny. But this, I mean, is deeper following, more soulful. They see you in a different element. They see what you are. Then that's the following you want.
Yeah, because they know about my trauma. I don't want to talk about myself, but the trauma and my the dark times when I grew up. Because I grew up in a very violent home and all that stuff. It was pretty dark, dude. And although my parents loved me, it was just like Korean.
You know, I was trying to really look past it, but Man, George Lopez looks rough, man. He looks fucking homeless or something. That's my homie and everything, but just look at the dude. Fucking George Lopez, right? I've seen him in person when I went to one of his shows when he came in my area, and it was a good time. With that being said, let's carry on.
Rage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you get a B on your report card, you get beaten, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. So, you know.
So they must be fucking thrilled you're a comedian.
Well, you know, when I did the, I've said this 1,000 times before, but when I did the Tonight Show, my dad called me the next day and he goes, "How much you pay them?"
That's what
He thought that I called Jay Leno.
Said
They go, "Here's 20 grand." You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know how it works.
Right.
Right. And when I said, "No, this is a miracle that I got this. I'm a doorman at the store." And they asked a doorman to do the Tonight Show. And obviously after the Tonight Show, I quit my job at the Comedy Store as an employee. But it's like, they just, but then later when I got Mad TV, they did sketches with us.
Oh.
Yeah, I did a sketch with Ike Barinholtz with my dad a couple of times. It was
Right.
pretty fun. But the last question I want to ask you, George, is what else do you want to do in your career?
Well, you know, I want to go until 2029 because it's 50 years.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, my grandfather used to tell me I was fucking lazy and I wasn't going to be shit. And, you know, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
fun. My grandma told me I wasn't funny and all those things that
Yeah.
you talk about. So I was like, you know, if I could do 50 years, I think 50 years is a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I'd go to 2029. I talked about retiring, but I think, you know, the show comes back. There's some movies there. Produce some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe do some young comic stuff. And you know, I've learned a lot in the 25 years.
Yeah.
And I produced over, you know, almost 200 episodes of TV. So you would say that I'd share it out a little bit, run it out a little bit.
But at 29,
But not as removed as I was 25 years ago, or not as distant as I
Yeah.
was. I was really distant. Nobody kind of really knew me.
Yeah.
And then in this new thing, I'm a little more accessible than.
yeah, of course, dude. And but I just I can't see myself not going up.
Yeah.
I'll retire, but I think I'd always do spots. Don't you think, or no?
I could see myself not going up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It's a long time, you know.
It's a
different,
long
and it's
time.
different. It's different. You know, everybody has different needs of it, you know.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself not going up because that time is sacred to you, or because you think you've said everything you wanted to do?
Well, I think you always have something to say. I mean, things the way shit is right now. But I think in a way of that, it's given you so many opportunities. You know, from just writing on a piece of paper. You know, 3 Grammy nominations, and then whatever the stuff is, and movies and stuff, and all from that. So I think, you know, I appreciate it respectfully, always love it, but I could see myself, you know, taking a bit of a sidestep.
Yeah. Pulling a Gene Hackman, just disappear.
You know, letting the fucking rats eat me and fucking. Damn.
Yeah, we still don't know what.
You know, I don't care where you live. When someone
Yeah.
goes into your house and they're not supposed to be there, they look at the shit. You're like, who the fuck would live in that?
I know.
That's a nice place, but I mean, all the places that you see,
Yeah.
they all look like motherfucking hovel. Like people are in their fucking bed.
Yeah, but also you have money, Gene.
Yeah.
Go to Hawaii, right? Buy an
Right.
island.
That's right.
Right. That's what I would have. I would have bought island.
But also, he's really old and fragile. So
Okay.
His wife, you have money. I would say, his wife should not have been taking care of him. He should have had round the clock people taking care of him.
Dude, there's gonna be 20 people taking care of me, checking up on
You
me.
know, so you're not having dip, watching TV, eating fucking roach caca and shit.
Yeah,
rats.
yeah.
That's what. It's all that shit that got him. That the house was fucking dirty, man.
Wow, no house cleaner.
No,
Wow.
they like right. That's a thing, man. When you got, yeah.
When you have dementia, you mean?
Or when you're in a.
The rats gave hantavirus to the wife, and then the wife couldn't care for him since she died first.
What's
That's right.
What's a hanta?
Yeah.
What's hanta?
It's something that rats give you.
Wow. If I see one rat, I'm gonna get a guy
They
to
have to like bite you to get it?
No, they're just being around. It's like a disease that you get.
That's
get from,
crazy.
like rat.
Dude, that's man.
That's crazy.
That reminds me of that fucking 600-pound life. Like, they just fucking give up on life, and it's just like, man, what happened to where you got to that point, right? God, that is wild to think about. But On the positive note, 2029, right? 50 years. Is that 50 years of stand-up? Because that's a really fucking long time. 50. So what is that? 79? Doing math in my head. Yeah, so there's no way, dude. 79. He's been doing comedy since 79. How the fuck? How old is this dude? Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I just missed something, but that seems like a really long time. Of course, like I would want to retire too, right? Holy wow. Yeah, because I'm 42 and I was born in 83, so like, yeah, 50 years. That's a long fucking time. I don't know, your boy Chango. 79, yeah, I don't know, man. Cause I'll be old as shit too by then, right? I'm growing out some wisdom, right? Growing out some wisdom. I got the grays and shit, right? Wondering what I'll look like by then. Hopefully, I'm a absolute stud by the time I'm 50. Hell yeah, right? You know. If I sent like a screenshot or like a short like TikTok sized video, like 30-second video to myself like 20 years ago, and I told myself like, this is what you're gonna look like if I somehow got a snapshot of what I look like in the future, I gotta say I wouldn't be disappointed. Your boy Chango would be a little bit happy right now. Comment down below if that's the case for you, right? If like you had like 20 years ago, if you looked into the future, right, and you saw yourself, would you be disappointed? If the answer is yes, maybe get your shit together, right? Or like when you were a kid, right, you're like 11 teen or something, and you see yourself as an adult. Think about what thoughts would go through your head, right? You know what? Never really thought about that before. I'm gonna tell my kids, like, hey man, like don't be disappointed in yourself. Fucking get your shit together. When you're an adult, get your shit together and fucking keep moving forward and make yourself proud, right? Anyways, I'm just shooting this shit now. Like and subscribe if you haven't clicked away. Your boy Chango was running a 4th of July special, so go ahead and do that. It's free 99. If you like and subscribe, it's free 99. Running the special. Anyways, that's all I really got. You guys take care. Peace out.